All right, hello, what's up, Panda Crew? I'm Urim, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my OC's lore, somewhat. Um, about 2 or 3 days ago, I posted a video of my OC, Hérma. She's a demigod. Uh, Super baddie. Like, don't play with her. Super baddie. Uh, and it was a animatic to the song "No Good Deed" from Wicked for Good. I had just watched the movie after being tempted by my friends for the longest, and a reactor had finally reacted to it. So I was like, you know what, I like this person, I'm gonna watch it anyways. And then I did, and it was pretty decent. Like, no, it wasn't like anything amazing. Like, I'll rewatch it a billion times because I'm just not into that type of stuff. Well, I am, but not into that specifically. But that song, along with like maybe two others, really stuck with me, and it really fit her character. So yeah, I made an animatic real quick. Not my best work, but it was cool. Um, so now I'm talking about it without writing anything down because I don't know. I feel like I'm better. I'm better at explaining my, stuff when I'm doing something else. So yes, I am playing this game, and I may suck at it, but I'm actually peak. So don't play with me. I'm actually really good at this game. Okay, this is what I have in my mind. It's not fully mapped out, but this is the bricks from my building. Voice crack? Like, what the heck? Anyways, yeah. So Érma is a beautiful black tall dark skinned demigod, but she was not always that way. When she was 13 in the human world, she was having very bad home situations. Like, her parents would just not listen to her. She was being ignored at any chance, the whole nine. So she found herself wandering off outside a whole lot. Constantly sitting out in the rain or just going to the forests or whatever you want to do as a child, because, why not? And on one of these days, she had found this boy. And I don't want to spoil it too much in case I actually make a story off of it or it goes into the comic or whatever, but yeah, she walked past this boy. She noticed he was sitting there crying. She asked him, "Oh, like, what's going on with you?" And he's like, blank, 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 because I can't say it. And they start hanging out together, And she almost takes over like the motherly, like, big sister role, kind of, in a way that, like, she's always bringing snacks from home for him, or, whatever, this, that, and the third. I'm so lost. I can't, like, think straight when I'm on this game. Uh, anyways, yeah, she starts following him around and stuff, and they become like family, basically, family away from home, because, like, found family, that kind of trope, because their families at home are terrible and stuff. Time skip, they keep hanging out or whatever. Okay, this is where it gets good. In my mind, in my unplanned mind, right? She goes out, and this is like, she's 15 now. 2 years have passed. It's been a while. They're really close now. And in comparison, the boy is like 7 years old. So, yeah. So he will be 9 by the time that happened. Yeah. She went out to the little path that they go to every time they meet in this little forest area. A path that leads to one of those parks, but they're really big. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, one of those travel parks that you can camp in, but it's like sponsored. You know what I'm talking about. And she knows he's not there, and that's not usual for him because he's always there. So she waits there, and she waits there, and she waits there, and he's not there. So then they start worrying, and they start wandering around looking for them, because that actually is unusual. Like, that's not just like, oh, he may be sick, or he may be this, that, and the third. No, like, something has to be wrong with him for him to not come. So they go to his house because they know where he lives. Yes, they do. Only because they were told in very well descriptions. She's never actually gone. They just, know that. People are texting me. It's annoying me. She wanders over there, and she looks over and she sees that, how do I explain this without spoiling? Something's going on there, right? Something is going on. It don't matter. Most of y'all don't read the comics anyway. I'm about to spoil. I don't care. And then it'll probably be changed by the time I actually get to it in the comic, if I ever finish the comic, because it's not getting done right now. There are police surrounding the house. Many, like FBI agents, ambulance, the whole nine. So she's really worried now. And she comes up screaming, like, what's going on? My friend lives here. Da da da. And they're like obviously telling her to get away from the scene. This is a crime scene. And at first she thinks maybe he had something to do with it. Like, maybe he hurt his parents because his parents are so terrible. But turns out, and she finds this out from a reporter on the scene. The reporter is questioning them about the dead 9-year-old. And she full on is like she's done right now. She's like, what? Like dead? Like, why would he be dead? Who killed him? What happened? Did he do it to himself? Like, who did this and that? His parents did it. Plot twist. Yes, his parents did it. They didn't like him. They resented him so much. They never really wanted to take care of a child. They had him young. They wanted him gone. And so they aren't him, Yeah, I was like, that's terrible. And so she's screaming, like, she sees the parents out there, like, they're like in tears, but they're not in tears because they're sad about it. They're in tears because they're caught, type stuff. And yeah, like, it's just that was her breaking point, because she was already having such a terrible life at home. She didn't go to school. Like, she taught herself, which was, honestly, that's illegal. But, in my world, you get away with a lot of whole other things in there. You're allowed to do whatever. She goes home, but her parents are arguing. So they basically laid out on the table. They're like, I hate it here. Everything is wrong. I haven't had a single good thing happen to me. The one thing I had in this world is terrible. Like, the whole spiel. Like, you guys don't accept me for my gender or my yada yada yada. Like, the whole thing. Because she's she they, so non-binary, and that fits. Where does it go after this? I think this is when I get to the actual part of her getting her powers, which kind of like mixed up because I haven't figured it out 100%. I think what happened was, hold on, let me kill this guy. He's annoying me. Yes. She goes back to that forest, but she goes way deeper, like past the part where there's any type of security or any type of adult in the area. Like, she's severely on her own. And what age did I say she was? 15? Yeah, whatever. She finds this rock. She's seen this rock before, but right now it's like glowing. Like, have you ever played Detroit Become Human? And like, they have, in spoilers for the game if you haven't played it in all these years it's been out, like, it looks like a handprint, and it's like bluish glowing, and it's in this rock area, and you have to find it, like it's severely hidden. Like, you would not be, like, if you don't find that, you're losing the game. Like, you're dead. Like, what the heck? That's what it looked like. Not exactly, but like, it looked similar. Like, it was like kind of like a geode, and it was like purplish, but in the deep core of the rock, it was gold bright yellow, and she could see this going, and for whatever she was thinking, oh, maybe it's like some tourist attraction, like maybe it's like fake or whatever, but she grabs it, and she was gonna break it. Like she wasn't actually gonna break it because it's a rock, but she thought maybe it was fake. So she was like, she was still mad. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, she was upset. She wanted to hurt something. Like something had hurt her family. I can't say his name right now. So she grabs this rock and she starts like trying to rip it, like trying to grab it and break it in half. And she's hurting her hand. She's scratching her hands, it's bleeding, the whole everything. And it starts like glowing very brightly, and it starts cracking, which is surprising because it's supposed to be a real rock. How are you breaking this rock? And I don't know how to go from. I think this is the part where I'm like kind of lost. Like it's a time jump, and then it's to the part where she has her powers. So I'm just gonna like work it out in my mind, because I might use this later as a reference for if I ever finish it. Somehow, some way, the rock breaks into like little pieces, and she's just holding these pieces, and her hands start hurting, and she's thinking, oh, maybe it's because I hurt my hand on this rock. Like, duh. No, it's because the shards are embedded into her hands, and they're ripping her hands apart from the inside out. Oh, from the inside out, yes. These glowing bits are striking her hands with symbols, like burning her, because that's what is embedded in the gold. It's light, but it's not just light. It's extreme heat, as if you were touching the sun. So it starts burning her, and that's when you can see it on her design. I leave it out sometimes because it's kind of annoying to draw, but there's a gradient of marks on her body, from like a grayish brown to all the way down to black, and that's where her body was like burned from this glowing geode. I don't remember what she does after this. I think she like runs home, but her body isn't so much pain. Like she's like crawling at this point, like crawling really fast, like like switching in between running, hobbling, and like falling onto the ground. And she makes it about halfway there, and there's nobody there, because it's like midnight at this point. And she goes home, and she's like screaming at her parents, I need help. Like I know you don't love me, but I need some love right now. Like, I'm going to die. That's what she thinks is gonna happen. And they say, like, they're basically like scared because her eyes are like glowing yellow. They don't know what's going on with her, but they don't want anything to do with her anyways. So they basically just ignore her. You know what I'm saying? Like, not ignore her. Like, they want her out of her house. They're like banishing from her house. Like, they already want her out because she's non-binary, but they want her out because they're like some demon. Like, they're super religious. Let me mind you, not religious in like the Christian way, because the actual religions don't exist in this world. It's just like, whatever. But if the shoe fits, whatever. They're basically like, get out of my house. I don't want demons in my house. I never raised you to be like this. I don't care what kind of witchcraft you're doing. Da 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 da. The whole spiel. And she's crying. She's saying like, I don't know what she said. Like, like the very sad. Like, why couldn't you ever love me? All I wanted was some love. All I wanted was to be normal, but you never treated me with the same respect I treated you with. Yeah, that whole thing. And she's like loud at this point. Like, the house is shaking, and her eyes are glowing ever so more brightly. And I think at this point it's where she just. That was kind of what I was talking about in the animatic, where she says, where she was like, I've never been wrong to you. I've never done anything wrong. Or not in the song, but in the story. Like, in the story it says, and since I couldn't succeed in saving you, to Fierro, she's talking about how she couldn't save the little boy, her family. her found family. So she's basically lost all any reason to be nice, any reason to be good, any reason to be respectful. Like she's done. Like she has no reason. She has no reason to live anymore. That's what she's thinking. And she was basically accepting her reasoning, or the reason that she was about to die, which is this Geo that she thinks she's gonna die to. And sorry, I blanked for a second. Yeah, she's just like, you never wanted me. You never wanted me to be anything. You just wanted me gone. So I'll make it easy for you. I'll leave. I'll do whatever. I'll die. I don't care. Like, she just lets it all out because she thinks she's going to die anyways. She basically like is screaming now, and the things around her are shaking, and the lights are flickering, and everything. She's like, so fine, if you want me to be this terrible person, this terrible evil girl that you never wanted me to exist to, and like going off, then fine, I'll be that person. She didn't say that exactly, but it fits with the song. She's like, then fine, I'll just go. I'll die if that allows you to be happy and stuff. And yeah, like the whole light in the light, like the ceiling lights that look like kind of circular with like the brown thing pops out, and the thing falls down, and it lands on the parents, but it doesn't do anything to them. It just hurts them a little bit. Well, it hurts them a lot of bit because it's glass shards, but then the light comes and it like beams down on them, and it's like electrocuting them sort of. But really, it's like kind of like sucking the life out of them instead of electrocuting. Like, it's electrocuting them, but then taking their energy. And she stops because she realizes she's hurting them. Even though she doesn't really care to hurt them because they've hurt her so much. It's more about what is she doing, And then she like basically makes her final statement like, fine, I'll go. You don't need me. I don't need you. I'll just go. And I'll never see you again. You'll never have to see me again. I'll never be good for you again. And then that's when she's forming her mask. That's the first time she ever seen the mask. She uses whatever energy she's able to use, and she crafts this mask. And it allows her to hide her emotions, basically. That's literally what masking is hiding your emotions. She's hiding everything she's ever had to, in order to look confident, in order to look like she knows what she's doing, and she doesn't need them anymore, like, as she does not care. And it works, so she leaves. And, I don't really know what goes on after that. It kind of, like, decades pass because she's a demigod, like, she can live forever. Like, this new power she has is to control the light and dark. She can literally put a whole world into blackness if she wanted to where they have to live off I don't know, other energy. They can use the light. They'll have to live in darkness forever, and that could kill somebody, honestly. Because if you think about it, if she got strong enough, she could black out the whole sun and y'all all dying. Like, what? But she would never, because she really doesn't have any animosity towards anybody else, just like her family and his family, and like people who did not help her or him like out of this situation, because there was plenty of people who could have took her in or took him in and saved him from his inevitable death, but they didn't. So so with the life she has to live. And she continues to, whatever, like, let people run over her because she doesn't want to actually hurt them, She lives her life in hiding, mostly as a normal person. She tries to dress normally, but it's impossible to hide with that type of height and that type of body. And yeah. So it's became more of a slice of life now. She basically just lives around. And also, fun fact, the little golden sidekick made of light that she runs around with is inspired by the younger version of this brother-like person to her. All the good versions of him, all the mischievous, silly version of this little boy. She turns into her sidekick because she needs something to remind him by. But after a lot of years, she actually forgets him. She doesn't even remember making this golden person after him. They just think, oh, that's like my little buddy or whatever. Like, it's been hundreds of years. Like, why would she remember this one little boy after all this time? And she will at some point for the plot. But yeah, that's basically she learns to move on and deal with the new things in her life, including her little boy toy, Ginger Head. I can't remember his name, but if you read the comics. Yeah, and also, like, I kind of want to change the story a bit, because that's how I initially had it, like, rough draft, and it's not finished at all, obviously, but, I kind of wanted her to be older, like, get kicked out, be homeless for a bit, find this rock, and then, meet another boy that reminded her of the first little boy, and treat him like a son. But for some reason, the little boy teams up, like, not teams up. He somehow knows her parents, and then they crash out on him. Like, why would you be out with these people who hate me, and don't you care about me at all? And he doesn't have a bad family. He has a good family. He just knows her somehow, and I mean, he knows them somehow, and he also knows the parents somehow. And so basically, he agrees with the parents. Like, maybe he's like the son of a childhood friend of, like, the parents or something. I don't know. I really don't know, bro. But yeah, that would be her turning point. She'd be like, well, since you want to believe them, fine, stay with them. You be there, you live with them. You accept them. You da-da-da-da, whatever. I won't ever be nice to anybody else again. She basically goes through the whole spiel of not wanting to be nice to anybody else again, which she turns back on, because she's not a wrong person, but can you blame her for wanting to, like, go crazy after all the people who turned on her? No, I can't. It's kind of like a Jinx situation where, like, she's a very complex character. Like, she's done wrong things, and she's like crashed out to the point where you're like, oh, like, you're actually crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? But at the same point, like, can you blame her? Like, she's lost both her parents. She's had the little boy's parents who were against her. She's lost she's lost her friend and the other boy who she thought his family. She's lost everybody. Like, you can't blame her for wanting to be crazy after all of that. So yeah. It's kind of all over the place, and I'm sorry if you don't really understand me, but somebody asked me to just sit down and rant about her lore. Their lore. By the way, you can use her, and they, and she, and them. Like, you can use whatever, bro. That's why I don't really care if you call her just she, because that's what she thinks. She just feels like, when she's more like, she just feels like that's what she wants, bro. They feel more like a non-binary person when they embody their demigod, sense of mind. Like, when they feel like they're above everybody else, like they're more than just human, because that's what they are now. Then she'll be like, oh, like, I'm non-binary. But she does that anyways. She already felt like that before she was even a demigod, because that's why she got kicked out in the first place. So yeah, that's Hérma. They're a demigod, They've been through some tough times. They're managing trusting other people. They're managing living through this human world with this terrible curse she feels has been put upon her. Yeah, they're making it through. So obviously, like, things will change, things will update, and I might not even finish the comic. I might just, like, have that be the finished whatever, because, like, I can't even log back into that webtoon account for whatever reason, because they made a different Yearn the Panda account than what my other story is on, and I don't know why. Like, that's so annoying. But yeah, this video is probably getting long, so yeah, I guess I'll cut this out. Look at me winning, of course, first place. If you like this type of storytelling, or you want me to tell you about my more in depth, like actually thought out OCs and their lore, then let me know in the comments. And I would love to take suggestions on what you think I should add to the story. That would help me out so much with my thought process, getting ideas. And yeah, thank you so much for listening to my TED Talk. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.